from Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and the United States. This is the Orion Talk Radio Network, Sound of Freedom, live from FEMA Region 10. I'm your host, Ryan Brooks, on this November 19th, 2012 edition. Folks, don't forget to check out our social media pages like Facebook, if you haven't deleted it already, Twitter and YouTube. You can like us, tweet us, and watch us all just by clicking the links under our social media section on the website, OrionTalkRadio.com. The biggest fear that the global gangsters have is the truth, so help us spread it far and wide while we still can by linking to us through our social media pages. Thanks for helping making Orion Talk Radio one of the fastest growing radio talk outlets out there. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you can hear me, thank you. We greatly appreciate it. We are growing leaps and bounds, and it's because we're telling the truth, and we don't have anything to hide, right? It's too easy, right? You would think. So the first segment of that second hour there is just kind of speak in my mind. You guys know on Mondays I'm just chomping at the bit. I've had a whole weekend of not being on the radio, so I've got all kinds of stuff I want to say. And we're going to go over just a couple more quotes from Ron Paul from his farewell address, okay? And it was interesting that Chris said at the last hour that he feels like Ron Paul has kind of come over to his way of thinking as far as walking outside the system, walking outside the paradigm. Shun them. Don't pay attention to their politics. Don't give them your attention. Don't give them your energy. Don't give them your time. Don't give them your money. Take it all away. Deprive them of it. They don't deserve it. You and I both know they don't deserve it. So don't give it to them. It's as simple as that. And I know it's easier said than done, but once again, that's why it's hard to do. It's because they don't want you doing it, because they know that's their Achilles heel. So let's just look at a couple of quotes from Ron Paul here. And I think Chris is onto something, because it sure does sound like he is promoting individualism. So, I'm going to do a couple quick quotes from his speech. If you have not seen his speech, I underestimated it, or I didn't do it enough justice last week when I said that it's one of the greatest speeches that'll go down in American history. Maybe I did do it justice by saying that. It is incredible. One of the most important speeches that's definitely been said in my lifetime, and some of these quotes are definitely going to back it up. But if you haven't seen it, folks, just go to YouTube. You can find it. It's up on numerous different pages. So just going to read some things off here. If you haven't read it, I encourage you to read it, because the words, it's just hard-hitting. Okay, one of the first quotes here from Ron Paul. The number one responsibility for each of us is to change ourselves with hope that others will follow. This is of greater importance than working on changing the government. That is secondary to promoting a virtuous society. If we can achieve this, then the government will change. The government is supposed to be a direct reflection of the people, is it not? So let's just stop stop worrying about the government. They're going to do what they're going to do. There's still an overwhelming group of people in this country that are going to follow them blindly until we hit the bottom. We've already fallen. We're falling right now. I don't know, the powers that should be, you know, they're pumping us up. We're like a feather, just kind of fluttering. Well, back and forth, but we're still going down. We're going down, down, down. And that's when people are going to realize what the government has done to them, what our elected officials and leaders have done to them. But the number one responsibility for each of us is to change ourselves with hope that others will follow. And I think that's so easy to say, but so hard to do. You know, I heard Timmy Watts and Joe Joseph last night had a great show about internet surveillance and all the different ways that they're locking down and controlling the internet. And they don't care about the Constitution. They've thrown it in the trash. So if they want to control it and shut it down because there's so much truth out there and people are waking up at an all-time speed, you know, we're waking up more and more by the day. If they want to shut it down, they're going to do it until the collapse comes. Now, I have no doubt if they do shut down the internet, there's going to be some high-speed folks out there who are going to start making up their own internet. So it's not going to be gone forever. It'll be severely hindered. But the thing I didn't get, and I'm not trying to put them on the spot, but hey, you know, we know the smartphones are bad. We know they're bad. They track everything you do. They give out your GPS signal. They record you with your Google Tracks and your Facebook account that's on there. Even if you don't have a Facebook, it data mines you. Every single keystroke you press on that screen, it saves. All your viewing history ever, it saves. The number one requestor of information from our mobile phone companies in this country is none other than the government. So with all that being said, I'm under the understanding that, yes, they're bad, so get rid of them. We don't need them. Because not only are they doing all that, but we fail to take into account the effects that it has on us, on our humanity. How many guys and gals out there have had a family reunion or a sit down with some friends or whatever, and everybody's sitting on the couch playing on their phone, watching television, playing on the computer? What kind of family outing is that? What kind of reunion is that? What kind of humanity is there? You know? Yes, Beyond, I forgot. They also microwave your brain as well. A big one. I'm not trying to downplay that. That's another big one. Look it up, folks. Look it up. I believe in Italy they just came out with a new study showing that without a shadow of a doubt, it definitely gives you some radioactive type waves going through your brain there if you hold it up to your ear. But not only are you going to benefit if you just get rid of the smartphone from all the data mining that they cannot do, but you're going to get that much closer to real life, that much closer to reality. I like the fact that it takes like 20 minutes to send a text message on this silly little phone. I like it. It is what it is, you know? And sure, it probably has a GPS thing on it. It's just a little $20 phone, sure. But at least it doesn't have my name locked on it. If somebody wants to find me, some type of corporation or salesman or whatever it is wants to find me, then they can just look it up just like that. No, that's Samuel Adams' phone right there. Just little things like that. If you don't like it, my hat is off to them for exposing it. But if any of you heard that broadcast last night, get rid of it. If you agree with them and you don't like it, get rid of it. The number one responsibility for each of us is to change ourselves with hope that others will follow. I am under no delusion. I mean, I told some listeners last night when I was in the chat that, you know, when I was back home and I watched the Idiot Box and we were watching a baseball game on mute or something, it was in the background, but I was glued to it because every commercial was smartphones, and there was like fireworks going off and people jumping 30 buses on motorcycle and all these funny commercials of people standing in line for hours because they were going to get an Apple one, and the Google guy came in and just they're hyping it up, and there's going to be the naive, silly consumers out there who are going to buy them and keep buying them. So I'm under no delusion, but if you don't do it, you're that much better off. Don't be in their crowd. Be above their crowd. That's just one thing that you could do. Just get rid of it. Another quote from Dr. Paul. The ultimate solution is not in the hands of the government. The solution falls on each and every individual with guidance from family, friends, and community. Ultimate solution is not in the hands of the government. The solution falls on each and every individual with guidance from family, friends, and community. And I don't know if you guys saw the headline earlier today, but Tim Geithner, the Secretary of Treasury, has said that he wants to have raise the debt ceiling to infinity. Raise the debt ceiling to infinity. If that's not just more proof in the pudding that we are, without a shadow of a doubt, coming towards or running very fast towards a major currency crisis, I don't know what is. You can lift the debt limit into infinity, Tim Geithner. You can do that, but in return, you're going to print our dollar down to zero, nil, nada, hyperinflation nation. So don't think the government's going to save you. Government's doing this to you. It's up to you to get educated on what you can do right now. And I know I've done some preparedness stuff on previous broadcasts, and I'm going to keep doing it because to me, that's much more important than focusing on some type of scandal or some type of secret society or something like that. It is out there. You want to learn about secret societies? Go pick up Behold the Pale Horse by Bill Cooper. The book came out 20 years ago. Go read Tex Mars. But if you're awake, it's time to re-strategize, reprioritize. All right? It's not about learning more anymore. It's about, hey, we know it's bad enough. Now, what am I going to do to protect myself, my family, my loved ones, and so I can be a blessing not only to them, but to my neighbors when things go down, because they're going down. Sound of Freedom, Ryan Talk Radio. We're going to be right back, folks. Stay tuned.